students, and welcome to today's session about the business analytics, in which we will see about the today's lecture about the that is statistical forecasting models. So in statistical forecasting models we will see different type of methods like moving average method and exponential method. So first we will start with what is statistical forecasting model, and then we will see after that about the forecasting model with time series data. So this is about the today's lecture outline. Statistical forecasting model. Statistical forecasting model is a forecasting model where statistics will be used in the forecasting like mean, median, mode, standard deviation and variance. So this is the definition of statistical forecasting model. Statistical forecasting model is also used in the which brings greater flexibility, greater applicability in the for the shorter range forecasting problems. So there are two types of problems are there, long range problems and short range problems. So statistical forecasting model basically used in short range problems. Time series. What is time series? Time series is a data, is a collection of historical data. That is the example of weekly sales. If we want the weekly sales of the product, then we will use the time series data. Time series basically use one or more components. There are mainly one or more components in the time series: random behavior, trend, or seasonal or cyclic effects. Time series data which do not have trend, seasonal effect or cyclic effect, but they are constant, then and also exhibit the random behavior, then they are called stationary time series data. What is trend? Trend is an upward and downward movement in the data over the time. That is called trend. So we can say different type of trends in the statistical data. Like in stock market prediction, we can see different type of trends in the company. Time series may also exhibit short-term seasonal effects. So seasonal effects will be short-term seasonal effects will be used in the time series data, as well as long-term cyclic effects will be used in time series data. Seasonal effect is one that repeats at fixed interval. Seasonal effect is an effect where there is a fixed interval is there. It is like if it is a month or year or week-wise data or the day-wise data, then it is called seasonal effect data. Cyclic effect. Cyclic effect means it is in the form of cycle over several years. That is called cycle effects. A variety of statistical based forecasting methods for time series are commonly used. So different types of statistical methods will be used in the forecasting model in the time series data. There are mainly main statistical forecasting methods are moving average method, that is also known as simple average method, and exponential smoothing method. Moving average method and exponential smoothing methods are important in the time series data and also used in the seasonal effects. So this is the example as shown in the figure. That is the example of time series data where there are in x-axis there are different type of passengers, and month wise and in y-axis there is a number of passengers like 0, 100, 200, 300, 400 up to 700 passengers. So there is a graph shown between the month and the passenger, that is in the form of trend. So that is the example shown in the figure of time series data. Next example which is shown in the figure, that is the seasonal or the cyclic effects of the graph, where year wise, month wise rupees are there in the dollars form, and that is the example of seasonal or the cyclic effect shown in the graph. As I told you, seasonal effect means in the form of season, that is year wise or month wise or week wise or day wise data, that is called seasonal wise. Or cycle wise means year to year, means there are several years will be used in the cycle effect, that is called cycle data. So next topic is about the forecasting models. Forecasting model for stationary time series data. So as I have told you, that is what is stationary time series data. Time series data which do not have trends, seasonal or cycle effects, but they use stationary, that is it is constant for that data, then it is called stationary time series data, which uses random behavior, that is called stationary time series data. So there are different forecasting models for stationary time series data: moving average method and exponential smoothing method. Moving average method is also known as simple average method. The main advantages of moving average method is it is simple method, and it is also the flexible method. So it is very easy method which we can easily understand by using the time series data. So this is outline of today's topic, that is the moving average models and the exponential smoothing model, which we will see in detail. So what is moving average method? So moving averages will be taken. Average will be taken for the data. For example, for the 3 months, then we have to take the data for 3 months, and then we have to calculate the moving average of that data. If suppose I want to calculate for 5 months, then you have to calculate for 5. You have to take the average of 5 months and then calculate the moving average of that 5 months by using the sum formula. So it is a one type of method used in the number of historical data. So it is using the historical data to generate the forecast. Moving average are useful if we assume that market demands are steady. So market demand is steady in the time, then we will use the moving average method, that is the simple moving average method. The formula for that is MA is equal to summation demand in previous n periods. So n periods demand will be taken divided by n, where n is the total number of periods in the moving average. So this is the formula to calculate moving average method or the simple average method. So now we will see example of moving average method or simple average method. So example is that a manager of a museum, if there is a manager in a museum which stores in their cells historical data he sells, and he wants to forecast the sale. He wants to forecast the sale for the item 123 for 2000 year using the 3 period moving average. So for 3 year moving average, we have to calculate the data by using the simple average method. So actual data is there 195. In 1995 year, response is 4. In 1996, Y is 6. In 1997, Y is 5. In 1998, Y is 3. In 1999, 7, and we have to calculate for 2000. So moving total n is equal to 3. So 3 years we have to calculate for n, that is number period is 3. So first 3 years we will not take. After that in 1998, 3 years we will take, that is 4 plus 6 plus 5, that is equal to moving total is equal to 15, and moving average, that is 15 divided by 3. So average is 5. In for 1999, 6 plus 5 plus 3, so that is 14. 14 divided by 4, that is equal to 4.7. That is the moving average for the year 1999, and we have to calculate for 2000 year. So 5 plus 3 plus 7, 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 7, that is 15. So 15 divided by 3, again that is 5. So moving average for the 2000 year will be 5 to forecast the sale for item 123. So that is the example we can solve, how we can solve simple moving average. Now we will see the exponential smoothing method. So after that, first we can calculate by using the weighted moving average also. So weighted moving average is equal to summation weight for period of n into demand in period of n divided by total weights. So there is an example where shown month, weight and data. And August for 17% data is 130. For September 33% data is 110. For October 50% data is 90. So we have to calculate for the November month. So for that weighted moving average is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to 3 W into DI. That is 0.50 into 90 plus 0.33 into 110 plus 0.17 into 130. So total is 103.4. So for November month forecasting using weighted moving average, that is 103.4. So that is how we can calculate by moving average method. So these are the two methods were used in the moving average method, that simple moving average method and weighted moving average method. Now we will see about the exponential method. So in exponential smoothing method, it is the advanced model of moving average method. It uses the exponential graph in the model. That is therefore it is known as exponential smoothing model. So it is more advanced method than moving average. It is uses very less record of past data. So take the less data of the past data and then calculate the forecast the further exponential data. This method requires only the current demand. So you take the current demand and forecast the other demand that by using the exponential way. So it is known as exponential smoothing method. For calculating that, formula is that new forecast equal to last period forecast plus A into last period's actual demand minus the last period's forecast. So alpha is the smoothing constant. Here alpha, that is A, is the smoothing constant. Its value is between the 0 and 1. So alpha value will lie between the 0 and 1. So now we will see the formula of exponential smoothing model. Ft is equal to Ft minus 1 plus alpha At minus 1 minus Ft minus 1. That is equal to alpha. We will open the bracket, At minus 1 plus 1 minus alpha Ft minus 1. So where Ft is new forecast, Ft minus 1 is previous period forecast, alpha is the smoothing constant which value lies between 0 and 1, and At minus 1 is the previous period's actual demand. Previous period's actual demand, what is there, that will we have to calculate. So we will see the example of exponential smoothing method. So here in table it is shown. Suppose you are an organizer. We are the organizer for Canvasa meeting. You want to forecast attendance for 2000 using the exponential method. So alpha is 0.10 and the for 1995 made in 1994 we have to forecast for that 175. So for time is given, actual data is given. In 1995 180, in 1996 168, in 1997 159, in 1998 175, in 1999 190, and for we have to calculate for 2000 we have to forecast the value using the exponential method. So alpha is 0.10. For the first year that is given 175, it is given. Forecast was 1994 is 175. We have to take the previous value, that is 175 plus 0.10 into 180, that is the actual value, minus the forecast value already given previous year, that is 175. So we will get in for 1996 175.50. Again we will calculate for 1997 175.50 will take plus 0.10 into 168 we will take the previous year value minus 175.50. So we will get the 174.75. Again for 1998 year we will take 174.75 plus 0.10 into 159 minus 174.75. We will get 173.18. Again for 1999 year 173.18 plus 0.10 into 175 minus 173.18, we will get the 173.36. For 2000 year we will calculate same, 173.36 will take after that plus 0.10 into previous year value, it is 190 minus 173.36, we will get finally 175.02 for 2000 year. So by using exponential value, forecast attendance for 2000 is 175.02. That is the answer by using the exponential method. So this is about the today's lecture. Stay tuned for further lecture series. Thank you students. And after in next lecture we will say about the forecasting model using linear trend, and after that using this casual methods, and after that we will see the Monte Carlo method in